Hey everybody, Mimi here. Long time no see, right? I was just with you on Thursday. For those of you who watched, um, I'm coming at you because I've had a couple more questions about auditions, which is good. That's really good. I feel like I must be doing something if you all like are asking me questions. Um, then I think that's a good thing because I usually have your answer. And I want to make sure that you feel good about your auditions, that you're comfortable with your audition, and that you are prepared. Okay. So today, the question that I had gotten was, what is an audition book? Okay. So an audition book is a binder, usually. All right. It's a binder. And it has your best audition pieces in it, your monologues, your songs, and usually your headshot and resume. Okay. So what's in an audition book? That's what we're going to talk about. I'm not going to be that long. Just, you know. First thing that's usually in there are your headshot and resume. And remember, we talked about this week. We've been talking about auditioning stuff. And so for your headshot and resume, you usually want to have at least 3 to 4 prints of your headshot and resume. And remember, your resume is connected to the back of your headshot. It's usually stapled, 4 staples, click, 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 right? To the back of your headshot. And you usually want to have at least 4 prints. And that's for several reasons. You never know who you're going to run into, number one. There could also be, at most times, other auditions going on that you had planned to go to that are in the same building, okay? For instance, I was auditioning for a production of Little Shop of Horrors when I was in New York. And it was in the Ripley Greer Studios, which is a big famous studio in New York where, it's huge. And in different studios, there's different things going on. In some studios, there's rehearsals for shows and tours. And some, it's auditions. And some, it just depends, okay? So I was at Ripley Greer, and I was downstairs auditioning for Little Shop of Horrors. Well, usually, you'll see the people that you usually audition with at auditions. And one of my friends said, hey, they're auditioning upstairs for the Best Little Whorehouse in Texas tour. And I was like, okay. Now, mind you, I didn't know that much about that show, but she was like, you need to audition for Jewel, who is Mona's like sidekick in the show. And she's funny and she's this and that. And I was like, oh, okay. So lucky for me, I had extra headshots on me so that I could actually go up there and audition. Okay. So you want to make sure that you have that. The next thing you want to have are your monologues. Okay. You want to make sure you have a variety of monologues in your book, because you never know. They might ask you to do a different one, and you need to do it. You need to know it. And don't just have these monologues in your audition book. You need to know them like the back of your hand. Like you have to know them front and back. It can't be stuff that you're just kind of like, I'll try it out. An audition, ironically enough, is not the time to try out a new monologue, okay? That you don't know. Now, a new one that you've been working on and you've been training with someone with, yes, go for it. But something that you just picked up the day before and you're not really sure if it's going to work or not, don't do it. So how many monologues do you need? I usually say have 2 comedic, 2 dramatic, 2 classical, okay? The classical can be, one needs to be Shakespeare. The other one can be Greek or Moliere or somebody like that. But I would definitely do Shakespeare. And of those 2 classical, make 1 dramatic, make 1 comedic, okay? And you usually, like for my private students and for my DAP Academy students that I'll be working with, I'm going to say 3 of each. But if you're just starting out, not really sure how to do an audition book, then start with 2, okay? 2 will be good. Okay, the next you should have is some kick butt songs, okay? If you're going to a musical theater audition, you want to make sure that you have a variety of songs as well too, okay? And they've got to show you off and be fabulous. I usually say have 3 up-tempo, 3 ballads, 3 legit, and 2 pop, rock, country, or R&B, okay? So what are legit? Legit are like classical style musicals that you would think like My Fair Lady or Carousel, something like that, that sort of sound. Because those shows will always be around. As you saw, My Fair Lady this year was nominated for a bunch of Tonys. Carousel, these shows will always be around. So you always need to have something in your audition book that resembles these shows or from those shows. 3 up-tempo numbers, for sure. 3 ballads, absolutely. Now, include pop, rock, country, gospel, R&B. A lot of times, for some musicals, that's what they want. Like when I auditioned for Rent, that's what they want. And so, especially some of these like more pop rock themed musicals, they want you to actually sing one of those songs. So have those ready. Make sure if you're using sheet music, make sure that your music is marked clearly, that it's front and back, okay? It's great if it's in sheet protectors too. It makes it look neater, makes your book look neater if all your music is in sheet protectors, all right? And you want to make sure that it's marked clearly. Hey, Dana. You want to make sure it's marked so that the accompanist knows this is where I start, this is where I stop, okay? So you want to make sure. If you have an instrumental track, if you're going to audition where they require you to have instrumental track, you need to make sure that the song is set where you're supposed to start singing, because it is very awkward to have us sitting there waiting for you to find the song and to start it where you're supposed to be singing. It's like, this is weird. This is awkward. So make sure that it's like queued up and ready to go. It also makes you look more professional, okay? Don't have anything in your binder that you don't use. This is a big one. You have got to make sure that whatever is in your binder that you, in your audition book, that you use, that you actually know. I had an audition one time where I guess they got really fed up because the assistant director came out. No, actually, I'm sorry. It was the monitor. The audition monitor came out and they said, listen, if you have things in your audition book that you don't know, do not come into this room and audition. They were heated. I guess that was happening. So that was also a cue that, they're asking us to sing other things than what we originally went in there singing. So a bunch of us went through our audition book. We're like, nope, take that out, take that out, take that out. I haven't worked on that in, 5 months. Let me take that out, take that out. And sure enough, when I got into that room, they were asking, I went through almost my entire audition book in that room for them. They were like, do you have something else? Do you have an up-tempo? Do you have a ballad? Now, mind you, you're not usually singing the entire song. You're usually singing 16 to 32 bars of that song. And if you want, I can do another live about how to cut audition songs, where to cut, how to do that. But let me know in the comments if you want me to do something like that. Also, if you're watching this in the replay, tell me in the comments that you're watching it in the replay. But yeah, they really did. I think I sang probably like 5 songs that day and did like 3 monologues. It was crazy. I didn't even get the gig. I don't even know what they were looking for, but it was crazy. And be careful of the music you choose. Some music might be a little too hard for some accompanists. And that's not your fault. But at the same time, you don't want to go into anything too difficult, because if they can't play it and it sounds bad, it makes you sound bad. So just keep that in mind. when you're choosing your stuff. Have a good backup plan. Have material that shows you off. That is the whole purpose of an audition, y'all. You need to have stuff that shows you off. Water break. Trying to get more water in. Stuff needs to show you off. That's the point. Is coming in here or going to an audition and doing the best song that makes you sound great, the best monologue that shows you off as an actor, okay? Don't just throw a song in your audition book that you like or that's popular at the moment and you like singing it. That's not how auditions work. Yes, you might love The Middle, right? Or you might love Delicate by Taylor Swift right now. That's fine. That doesn't mean it's a good audition song. And it doesn't mean that you sound good singing it. I'm just saying. It's not shade. I'm just saying. It just doesn't mean that you should be singing it. Okay? So you want to make sure that the songs you choose show you off. You also want to make sure you're choosing correct monologues. Okay? And again, we went over this in the audition workshop, but for a theater show, you want to choose a theater monologue. Sometimes I get people that come in that are doing some of Ellen's opening monologues from her TV show, and that's not a thing. That's not a thing in theater for you to do Ellen's monologue from her TV show that she opened with that day. Like that, no. So don't do that. You need to try to have it from an actual posture, maybe from a show, okay? Unless they say it could be from a movie, kind of thing. But it needs to be from a show, from actual show. So I hope that broke down for you what an audition book is. I have a little time for a Q&A if anybody has any questions about an audition book or any other questions about how to prepare for an audition, anything like that. P.S. Do y'all see this? My poor little guy up here. No, you can't because the lights are in the way. But half of his face is falling off. It's so sad. Like, it's falling. I feel horrible. This is actually last year's school calendar, by the way, right there. And I gotta print a new one. That's last year's. But if you have any questions on what we just went over, or if you're just now joining us, we were talking about an audition book and what to put in it, what not to put in it. And you can ask any questions about auditions or about anything, even if it's about stuff we have going on. A lot of what I covered will be put into action for our fall theater classes. So I will tell you, register for fall classes so you can learn a lot more for auditions, for shows, how to prepare, how to break down characters and create characters, all the things that you need to know for theater, whether you are doing it for fun, whether you are doing it because you are considering going into it as a profession, or whether you're like hardcore, yep, this is what I'm going to do. That's why I created Debbie's Angels in the first place, is to have a program outside of schools that you can come and train and get into these colleges and these shows. We have a very high success rate, and that's for a reason. So make sure you come out and register. You can come in the studio. I'm not here all the time because I do work in the community a lot. Like I'm going to Northwoods this afternoon to do some theater stuff with them. And once school starts back, I'll be at Jacksonville High School in the afternoon working on their fall play with them. But all this information you can find online, every last bit of it, on our website. And I will put it in the comments for you so you can out in my Canadian voice. I'm kidding. Do I have any Canadians? Do I know some Canadians? Comment below if you're Canadian. I don't know if I know any here. I knew some back in New York, but I don't know if I know if I have any here. Classes and there we go. All right. Well, that's all the time I have for tonight. Tonight. I'm already rushing the day. Don't forget, we do have our murder mystery auditions tonight. Tonight. We had some good talent come out last night. We got them tonight. You need to be out here so we can see you, so you can be in the show. It's so much fun. It's definitely a show for those of you who are like, oh, I've never acted, I've always wanted to, or for those of you who are like, oh, I did it in high school, I don't want to get back into it. You know, we have a lot of fun with our murder mysteries. Like, so much fun. So come on out tonight. Tomorrow is your last chance audition for Willy Wonka. Trust me, you want to be a part of this show. It's going to be a really good one this year. I mean, I say that every year, and every year they are, but still. You want to be a part of it. So come on out. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock is the audition. Okay? And then at 5 o'clock tomorrow night, we've got hip hop class. We're going to be doing that level up, right? It'll look better than that. I promise you. It's not, I'm not really even, I think it's more here. I don't know. I'm not going to be the one teaching it. So come out and see it. Come out and do it tomorrow night. 5 o'clock is a free class tomorrow. One time only, free class. Hip hop. We're going to be doing it. To me, I like dancing as a way to like work out. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. And you guys get to be a new choreographer and come out and let's get moving, right? Let's do it. Why not? Thank you guys so much. Thank you for your continued support. We really appreciate it. Can't wait to see you at auditions and see you at the theater. Thanks, guys. Level up, level up, level up, level up.